Mobbing on earth, boy. Gonna do this one time for the dog. Long live DMX.
This is it right here, baby.
About to be a rough ride. Get rich or die mobbing type shit.
Yeah, rap star with the dog like I'm DMX. Got me blowing money fast. BMF, make a pussy nigga bleed. PMS, you can check the game file, nigga. PDF, rap star with the dog like I'm DMX. Got me blowing money fast. BMF, make a pussy nigga bleed. PMS, you can check the game file, nigga. PDF, I'm not attacking with the plug about the numbers on the unit. Got a spot OT from Hoke and D, and it's booming, coming through like I do. You know, with all my shine on. Double my appearance that a nigga get his grind on. All white 114 and mix. Living violent, got me feeling 14 again. Got girlfriends that take trips on the Greyhound with a tan dog. And boomerang that cash when they touch down for the handoff. I'm hands on, shut them down, open up shop. Think I'm flipping, then get at me, dog. You know how I rock. I've been eating long enough, but I can't stop being greedy. I got divas trying to fuck and they can't stop being needy for a rap star. With the dog like I'm DMX. Got me blowing money fast. BMF, make a pussy nigga bleed. PMS, you can check the game file, nigga. PDF, rap star with the dog like I'm DMX. Got me blowing money fast. BMF, make a pussy nigga bleed. PMS, you can check the game file, nigga. PDF, rap star. My name, D-double-A like what? I claim MOE for life. No more game. I was trying to play nice. Now shit changed. Kill 'em broad daylight. What these niggas want? The drama, then come and get it. Don't know what you bitches want, but they probably need the ism. Told you niggas from the jump. You falling, I catch you slipping. Don't know where I'm coming from, so how you gon' say I'm tripping? Where the hood at? I don't think they know who we be. Where my dogs at? See a pussy nigga, show your teeth. I'm the rawest that you ever saw. Dog off the reservoir. Pure breed for the chief. Dog with no fentanyl. Rap star with the dog like I'm DMX. Got me blowing money fast. BMF, make a pussy nigga bleed. PMS, you can check the game file, nigga. PDF, rap star with the dog like I'm DMX. Got me blowing money fast. BMF, make a pussy nigga bleed. PMS, you can check the game file, nigga. PDF, rap star.
Fuel's got that heat.
Southside,
New York City, you are now rocking with
daylight. Mobbing on earth, boy.
MOE for life.
Get rich or die mobbing.
If you know, you know.
You back outside with it.
Power of a dollar had me outside. Big bully like that nigga out the south side. Gorilla moving unit, nigga know I'm about mine. Get rich or die mobbing, this is my grind. Power of a dollar had me outside. Big bully like that nigga out the south side. Gorilla moving unit, nigga know I'm about mine. Get rich or die mobbing, this is my grind. Never had a metaphor for change, just a scheme to get it. Whole squad ain't supreme when the team committed. A young buck having bank, I was dreaming bigger. Talking New York with the yayo, they was fiending, nigga. I just the kingpin too. He made the threats on the net, but he ain't do shit to me. His brother made him me the dick, and he ain't do shit to him. So when I told him me the dick, that ain't no new shit to him. Glad asking about the time when he was snitching to the cops. All he said it wasn't happened wasn't fiddle with his watch. Everybody in the comments like, nigga, fix your watch. Got a movie finna drop before your movie, nigga, watch. It hit different when you the budget. Ambition come to fruition quicker when you a hustler. I ain't gotta say your name, you got mine in your mouth. Cause daddy died with no legs, now your time running out. Where you going? Power of a dollar had me outside. Big bully like that nigga out the south side. Gorilla moving unit, nigga know I'm about mine. Get rich or die mobbing, this is my grind. Power of a dollar had me outside. Big bully like that nigga out the south side. Gorilla moving unit, nigga know I'm about mine. Get rich or die mobbing, this is my grind. Shit tweet like Diddy help for 50 boys. Niggas think they big means, I turn them back to 50 boys. Tell them either label me the bully like I'm 50 boys. Let a nigga get bucked. I hit his ass with 50 more. Style money cool. Like the glass at the liquor store, came with the Jew. Well, don't worry about a bitch before, baby, I'm the truth. Baddie got me on her vision board. I'ma tell you, like I told this little bitch before. Hey, you know you rolling with some killers, right? You heard me. Any drama, we gon' spend the night. You heard me. On my mama, I got him in the ride. You heard me. Cock back, bang bang, man down, pull off. So yeah, you rockin' with the biggest, right? You heard me. Not a model, but got my figures right. You heard me. Ain't no secret, I been that nigga, boy. You heard me. Bang bang, gang gang, man down, come on, that's how we do it. Power of a dollar had me outside. Big bully like that nigga out the south side. Gorilla moving unit, nigga know I'm about mine. Get rich or die mobbing, this is my grind. Power of a dollar had me outside. Big bully like that nigga out the south side. Gorilla moving unit, nigga know I'm about mine. Get rich or die mobbing, this is my grind. New York City, New York, what up? Staten Island, the worldwide. Shout out to Southside, the whole Queens. QU, what up? Mobbing on Earth, boy. MOE for life. Get rich or die mob. You know what's going on. Hey, yo, 50, holla at me with that bag. For the right price, I say,
Oh shit.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah. Oh shit. Gotta focus. Yeah. Hey man, it's your boy DAA, man. Daylight TV. Back at y'all with another Mafia material Mobcast, episode number 21. And man, oh man, we have a motherfucking show for y'all today. I mean, low key, we got canceled for 2 weeks trying to bring y'all this spill. And I realized in, my blunder where I went wrong. So, as y'all know by the thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about the boy Charles Cosby, who, I had a
The nigga who put the cocaine.
Huh?
And put it. That's the nigga who put cocaine in pudding pop. Mr. Cosby.
Oh shit! He said he was the Michael Jordan of crack cookers. That's what he said.
Now we know how Bill got all that money.
But this nigga right here. So a lot of people know this nigga from really recently from the Vlad interview, which is I was breaking down or whatever I was reacting to, because he told quite a few lies, but this nigga lie a lot, as y'all gonna see.
Liar, pants on fire.
Most of y'all know him from the Cocaine Cowboy 2 documentary, where he talked about his relationship, where he was smashing and allegedly hustling with the godmother, right? So, the thing is, like, I actually know this nigga. Like, we was actually cool. I'll say we was really, really cool for the better part of about 4 years, right? The overall, like, association, whatever, was about 7. So, I was living in Cali, doing my thing and shit, and this nigga hit me up or whatever. I was pushing the new drug game shirt, which we about to bring back, so it make more sense to do it now than it did back then. He started telling me all this shit or whatever about his, he tied in if I ever heard of Griselda Blanco and all of that, and he started telling me like his relationship with her and the whole knot. He sent me, I believe this was the picture that he actually sent me, right? So, I ain't never heard of shorty. So at the time, the Cocaine Cowboy 2 documentary is not out. Fast forward, so then he tells me, but Cocaine Cowboys 1 is out. So I go out, watch part 1, you know what I mean? I find a little bit, I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. Like, this is wild, right? So I still ain't seen nothing with him in it because I watched this shit on bootleg. So it didn't have all the extra, clip. But finally, I got to see that or whatever, and it was the dude Al Singleton, who was the homicide detective that was trying to give her the death penalty and shit. He said, "You ever heard about Charles Cosby?" So then he kind of like they break a little snippet down and they say Cocaine Cowboy 2 come in, soon. So now, mind you, this nigga still hadn't met in person yet, even though he only lived 45 minutes from the town where I'm in. You know what I mean? So that shit goes on or whatever. I finally end up meeting this nigga. This is not the picture from the meeting, but just, for the optics. Now, I finally meet this nigga or whatever with his then wife at the time in the Stockton Mall. I believe we was in front of the J.C. Penney's and shit. And what's funny about it is it kind of lets me segue or whatever and shit into a story to remind y'all, remember this face, remember this fuck nigga right here. Because we definitely gonna unpack this nigga shit. Like this nigga straight bozo. And a PDF file too. Yeah, we got the new clip and everything like that. Fuck Darnell McKinley. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that nigga was with me because the day I met this nigga, remember how I told you where like I would go, like I would be out there and sometimes I'd get into some shit, so now I'll come back to New York and chill for a couple months and let that shit, let niggas forget about me.
Yeah.
So this was one of them times and shit like that. In 07, like I probably came to New York in August. I stayed until December. I go back to California on December 7th, 2007. And this nigga is like, yo, where you at? So I'm like, yo, I just got off the plane in Frisco. I'm about to go back to Merced. I got to pass through Stockton to get to Merced from San Francisco. So he's like, yo, you should meet me or whatever in the joint. So me and Darnell, we already in the car, go and meet this nigga. And that's when he started telling me about, part 2 is about to come out and all this shit. And that Antoine Fuqua wanted to do a movie on his life. All right. Now, I'm like, oh, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And he said, yeah, I see you doing your thing with the music. He said, you might have to get you on that soundtrack. I'm like, oh, say the word. You know what I mean? Whatever. I ain't even bought too much into that. Niggas done promised me the world before. I was only able to give me 3 city blocks. You see how this shit work? But so so that's the meeting and shit like that or whatever. Me and dude don't even really start kicking it too tough until until actually after I caught my last case out in Cali and shit like that. Cause the nigga was driving me around everywhere. We'll get into that in a minute. Now I actually see the documentary or whatever and shit, but I was kind of late watching it and shit because me and my man we about to get into when we play this phone call. We was doing our own thing, so ain't nobody had no time to be running around, leaving our spot to go to Vegas, do this whole premiere shit. So, when it comes out, finally, when I watch this shit, one little homie that we got out of town with us, he watching this shit, like, bro, the nigga like 18, right? As soon as he see the part where they start talking about how she wanted to kidnap JFK Jr., to, like, I guess, ransom him off in exchange for her freedom. The little nigga say, this nigga told.
Nigga.
Like, bro, it was so random. It was just funny as shit. Like, I said, damn. And so, like, bro was breaking it down. Like, yeah, he's like, yo, but he said, that ain't our business. He's like, so, whatever. But anyway, I'm looking at this shit weird now because I'm like, all right. But here's the weird shit. I didn't know what was going on with that whole together with the whole thing with the secretary and then like him sleeping with the little secretary bitch. And that kind of blew the whole case into shambles and shit. All right. Now, the thing with Vlad or whatever, like I said in the song, let's go back to So, you know, me and this nigga end up having a falling out. You know what I'm saying? Like, which I get into like in a minute when I actually play the audio. But the issue was, like, I watched this nigga Vlad interview, and everybody who knows me and this nigga relationship and know that I started doing the YouTube shit, shout out to Royal in the chat.
Roy, what up?
Them niggas know that, you know our history, and they know I know a lot of shit, right? So they're like, yo, you got to do a reaction to the Vlad interview. And I'm like, I said, I don't know, but like, I said, I'm kind of over it, you know what I mean? Whatever was going on with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm leaving this shit alone. So then the chick who I'm on the phone call with that we about to get into, she hit me up saying, yo, you ain't gonna do a reaction to thing. I said, nah, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I said, he's supposed to be trying to be cool. I said, nigga, I said, what up? So she was like, she started telling me like all this like little funny shit. So I'm just like, damn, because I already kind of knew, but I just wasn't gonna put her in the business. You know how it's like you'll know some shit, but you ain't finna tell, you know what I mean, somebody else. But it's like, oh shit,
Yeah, they already know.
Like, well, let me really tell you what the fuck is going on, because this shit ain't. So now we start comparing the numbers. So now here's the thing, whatever. Glad we ain't got to get into the whole interview and shit, because I got some niggas from Oakland who will probably pull in and, you know what I'm saying, like at a later date. But in the song I mentioned, I said Vlad asked him about the time when he was snitching to the cops, and all he said is what had happened was and fiddled with his watch. And everybody in the comments like, nigga, fix your watch. Y'all heard the shit. So he say he never cooperated. Now the problem with that is, if you go and watch Cocaine Cowboy 2, you'll see that he actually states how he used some little trick words to implicate her, because he knew that the phone calls were being recorded in the prison about the Kennedy shit. The next day, they raided his house, right? Now, my understanding, they found a machine gun in the house, right? This nigga on probation. Now, how the fuck is it whatever, bro? Who the hell get their house raided on a conspiracy to kidnap the son of a former president with a cartel queen pin? And you don't go, your ass ain't held in custody or whatever until they figure out what the fuck is going on? And you on probation, nigga? And they found a gun in your house? Fishy as shit, right?
It's kind of fishy to me. I smell salt water.
Yeah. So now, then on top of that, in the documentary, you said you were your first line of defense between Kennedy being kidnapped, and you were your last line of defense, and you're not spending the rest of your life in prison, and that you were using the phone call being recorded to show that you didn't want to be involved in this crime. But yet, you flew out to New York with $100,000 and some guns to give to the kidnapper so that they can go and buy their little, you know, shit to blend in and all that other bullshit. So you played a role up until, like, you supplied them niggas with what they needed to do the job. And the only reason that Kennedy ain't get snapped, bro, is because the police had happened to just be passing by right when they was about to grab the nigga. Because he said that the dog walked up to the one of the female kidnappers and sniffed her leg or some shit. That's how close that nigga was to getting grabbed. Right? Now, this is 1996. He gets subpoenaed in 1997 because her hitman, this nigga, Jorge Rivi Ayala. Right? This motherfucker allegedly got 60 to 100 bodies on behalf of this bitch. Right? But the dude decided, so they hit him with 3 murders. They were going to try to give him the death penalty and shit. So it was the little boy Johnny Castro, because he was trying to shoot the nigga Chuco. I think Chuco put hands on Osvaldo. That's the nigga Chicky that was in the joint with Rayful. We're going to talk about that nigga in a minute too. So I think Chuco put hands on Osvaldo. Griselda put the hit on him. Ribby go to do the shit. He tried to spray the nigga in the car. Don't know that the kid is in the back seat. End up hitting the kid. Chuco allegedly left the little boy body like in the tub in a mosque, like with ice and shit, and like a note, like, you know what I mean, to take care of the, you know, whatever. So the shit was wild, like that shit. So they getting charged with that murder and a couple or whatever called the Lorenzos and shit like that. Supposedly they owed Griselda some money, or for what we know now, she might have owed them some money and just said, well, it's cheaper to kill them than it is to pay them niggas $2 million. You know, or if they owe the $2 million, like, fuck it, man, they gotta go. So the whole crazy shit is now he's snitching. So she's about to finish her sentence. She was sentenced to 35 years, but back then you only did like, I think 2/3 or 1/3 of your sentence or some shit like that. So she was about to be out after like 12 years. So now they finna come and hit her ass or whatever with some shit that could put her on death row 3 times. So now she comes up with the whole plan or whatever to kidnap Kennedy. Charles plays his role, and then finally, when they subpoenaed him in 97 after they raided his house and all this other shit, he flies down to Florida. He stays in a hotel with the agent staying in the adjacent room. Now, what that sound like? Don't that sound like a security detail for a witness?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So, and this is a deposition, meaning, so now, like, the whole shit is Vlad asked him, well, you know, he didn't think like, well, I didn't tell. He said, well, didn't they ask about your involvement in her organization? He said, well, they already knew all of that. He's like, so how you not get sentenced? Well, because the deposition, much like a proper session, you're granted immunity or whatever to be able to talk about all the crime that you were involved in with this person. And they know that the only way to get you to speak freely is if you're under the impression that you're not going to be in trouble for the things that you say. That's how that nigga got around that shit. Because in the Vlad interview, he said, all I told him was I was a drug dealer. Now, what nigga you know, bro, to sit there in front of the feds and just say, I'm just a drug dealer. I ain't kidnapped nobody.
Nigga that do this.
You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy. So now, like, all of this shit is going on. So, like, basically, they even tried to contact his mother to offer this nigga $1 million to not say anything, right?
Nigga that sit in the interrogation room and do this.
Huh? Oh, shit.
And that's what he did. That's the kind of nigga he is.
But yeah, so the nigga, so he doing all of that or whatever. He sit there, he debrief these people and shit and all that. The only reason why his ass never ended up testifying in court is because they ended up having the whole case fell apart when the dude Ribby slept with a secretary that was in the prosecutor's office. So it just threw the whole fucking case like conflict of interest. And what's crazy is, according to Charles Cosby, he slept with the bitch too. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason. Because other than that, if that case would have went ahead, bro, he would have been called to the stand as a witness. They ain't fought for that nigga for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Now, all of this shit or whatever kind of like comes out over time, because here's the thing. I'm not really paying that much attention to this nigga at the time because I got a lot of shit going on with the phone call will reveal. You get what I'm saying? And the wildest shit was, I didn't I thought he was back good with me because she been home. You know what I mean? She was home when the documentary came out. And this nigga went on a whole media tour type shit with her last surviving son, dude Michael Corleone Blanco, and who has some choice words to say about bro without saying too much. You know what I mean? And the dude that was running around saying he was Pablo Escobar Jr. that was hanging out with Cuban Link and shit back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So him and that nigga, because they even went on Christina together. You know, she like the Spanish Oprah and shit, nigga.
Oh shit. Telemundo.
Yeah. That nigga was on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So he on there with Michael. So I'm looking at it like, okay, well shit, that must be some shit above my, you know, some cartel shit. Like, you know, niggas be swapping secrets and making little side deals with the government and, you know. So I'm like, whatever, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas run around there getting the bag and shit like that. Let them get to it. If they ain't beefing, I ain't beefing, right? So me and this nigga ended up falling out behind his daughter, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I told this story, like I glazed over it a few times and shit where, you know, I had an altercation with a nigga. It got physical. I go on Facebook being an asshole and shit, and I say, what kind of grown man get punched in his face by another grown man and ask that grown man, do you know who my father is?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah. And so the girl, so Shanice or whatever, his daughter, she go and post up or whatever about, you know, fake ass niggas, all that shit. I like this shit, not just for the comment, like, you know, laughing emoji, whatever. She start talking about, oh, don't come up under my pole, bitch ass nigga, all this other shit or whatever. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Now, mind you, I'm not her friend. I'm her daddy's friend. So I hit her father like, yo, your kid being disrespectful. You might want to check that bitch because, you know, I do what I do. But so he tell me, you and Shanice is grown. Whatever y'all got going on is between y'all. I'm like, God damn. So you leave your kid in the cage with a lion and then tell the lion don't eat the baby when you get hungry. Back. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I ain't pursue it. I'm just like, damn, she don't even give a, I said, he don't even give a fuck about it. Why should I? So I left the shit alone. Now what's interesting is somebody hit me up on something like, yo, you think you can like make the peace with them? I said, there ain't no fucking peace to make. I said, yo, listen, man, the motherfuckers is all the way in California, my nigga. I'm in New York now. I don't care about that shit, bro. Because at the time, like all the shit that led to me getting indicted in 2015, like I got all of that shit going on now. So like I'm really not thinking about this shit in the least bit, nigga. Right? So now that's the whole falling out or whatever and shit. When I was locked up now, the underlying shit is the chick that's on the phone call, he's mad about that too, apparently. For the way it seems, because it seems to be a lot of pillow talking about me. And the crazy thing about it is how you can pillow talk with a bitch that you're not even in the bed with.
It's ass like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because the nigga hit me up on some shit. Like, when he found out that me and Shorty was fucking around, she drove up here. You know what I'm saying? He said, I guess he tried to invite her to link up with him in Atlanta while he was down there for a wedding with his wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? On some sneaky link shit. So I'm like, all right. So then she tell him that she don't think that's a good idea because she's talking to somebody that they both know and she thinks she feeling the vibe. So I'm like, damn. So he called me and he said, yeah, bro, I heard about you and Mo, but whatever. He said, I'll never fall out with you over no females. I got hundreds of bitches all over the country. I'm like, yo, why are we having this conversation? Because I didn't even know that she had said anything to the nigga about this shit. Like, I don't care, but it's just like, nigga, I like the nigga you married. Like, how the fuck we gonna fall out over a bitch? That ain't your wife, nigga. Like,
That sound like some Jabbar Israel shit.
yeah, like this is so wild shit. Oh shit, that's crazy. Damn. Damn. If the shoe fits, nigga. But yeah, so now the nigga doing all of that shit, bro, and he and so I go down, I'm on tour, whatever, and shit, I'm in Miami, and he texted me about some shit, but then he said something like, yo, I heard you called my daughter a bitch. I'm like, well, I didn't necessarily call her a bitch. I said, I probably referred to her as a bitch or whatever. I said, but either or, she called me everything but a child of God. So what's your point? I said, matter of fact, my nigga, I said, you from East Oakland, home of the players. I said, how many niggas' daughters have you referred to as a bitch, nigga? Fuck make your daughter so special. You feel me? So he gonna tell me some slick shit. Like he said it like in a way I guess it was supposed to be threatening and shit. He say, enjoy Miami, my nigga. I'm like, I will. Shit, I've been enjoying this motherfucker since I've been here. and nothing happened. And you know what's crazy? I'm doing the tour, whatever and shit. I posted every flyer. So, you know, I'm in Godmother country, nigga. Like, you supposed to be all tapped in and shit like that. Like, you know, so I should have been Tupac out there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, niggas know who I be
should have been front row. Nigga should have been front row at Richard Pryor last fest, nigga.
So, that's pretty much the speed. The last conversation I had with this nigga, before I got locked up in 2015 with 2013. So like I said, I ain't paid this nigga no mind. Like the 2 years after the last conversation, he said, yo, if I was standing in front of you right now, because he had somebody call me to like kind of fish for information. And I don't know why that bozo Anthony, wherever the fuck you at, nigga, you was a bozo. You let that nigga put you in a whole trick bag. And the fucked up part is he was all the way in California. Your punk ass was in Jersey. And you know me from some whole other shit. You know me from rap game days, nigga. You know how we took control over that fucking office. Stop playing, man. You was pretending to be Lil Easy Eve manager and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got stories on niggas. See, I just was being a cool nigga. I just wanted to make music and all that shit. I'm a YouTuber now. And I got fucking stories. I don't even gotta talk about these other bozo nigga shit. But look, the nigga called me and then he started like fishing around. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about nothing. I said, I don't care about who did what to who in 88. I said, when I got action, I can talk about from 8 days ago. So the nigga called me back and he said, oh, you want to kill me, motherfucker? He said, yo, if I was standing in front of you right now, he said, I'd cut your throat. And he just keep going on and on, just screaming and shit. So I'm like, yo, you finished or you done? And he's like, what you want to say, nigga? I said, bro, don't call me threatening me and shit like that, bro. You this big bad king and you got all this money with you and I know you don't. But I said, what's the move, nigga? Send a nigga. You understand what I'm saying?
What's the motherfucking move?
Because this shit right here, whatever this shit is corny. You got niggas calling my phone, fishing for information. When you don't gotta fish for no information, I said everything I need to say publicly. So that was like our last conversation. When I'm locked up, I get a letter from Shorty. But she didn't even know I was locked up. I hadn't even been talking to her. But me and her low-key ended up falling out about some shit before me and him fell out. That's the whole wild shit. So now, you know, time passed. We start, being cool. But while I was locked up, I guess she was talking to him and helping him out, which we'll get into. And Shorty, he made a joke, like, "Oh," he said, "you ain't been writing your boyfriend in jail?" She was like, "What boyfriend in jail?" She's like, "Nigga, it's like Daylight." Like, "Nigga, Daylight not in jail." She's like, "That nigga probably just low in the cut somewhere." And he's like, "Nah, that nigga locked up." So she went and looked it up or whatever and shit, saw the whole, little articles and all that shit. And so she wrote me a letter. And so she wrote in the letter like how the nigga had, she only found out got locked up because this nigga was making jokes about me being in jail. So I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. Now what the fucked up part is, like, it's funny, when I get home, the first time I post on Instagram, it's this chick named Alexis or whatever and shit like that. She's from Inglewood and all that, right? I don't know where she at or whatever. I hope you good, homegirl, because our last conversation or whatever, you ain't seen good. But I hope you straight. You understand what I'm saying? For real. You was cool. She posted me. She was like, they don't open the gates for a real nigga, some shit like that, right? Then she shared a photo. So the nigga hit me up on Instagram. And, he talking or whatever, like, yo, he ain't got no beef and all this other shit. Like, we cool, all that shit in the past, whatever. So I just let this shit, I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just got out, nigga. I'm not tripping I'm not stunting your ass at all. You know what I mean? Because I know that your ass was sitting here cracking jokes. Like, you and your little punk ass homeboy Cedric Cornelius. Yeah, you ain't ride a Bentley or whatever since you got divorced, huh? With a cars. Nah, but anyway, what you call it? Nigga. So that was the whole shit, whatever. So ever since then, it just been little slick shit, you know what I mean, being said. And that's what's gonna lead us to the first clip of this conversation right here that we gonna get into. But so far, that's the story and shit like that. So what's your take, Will, so far?
I think that nigga a bitch ass nigga. Hating ass nigga. Nigga still trying to live in the past, man. Nigga ain't nobody. That's all, man. Nigga sitting there trying to live off some shit he did 15, 20 years ago, man. If that's the case, I'm still living off high school fame. Fuck that.
I'm like, if you're gonna live off of it and make a living off of it, cool, my nigga, shit, get your bread. But it's like, we're gonna get into this audio. This is where this shit get like real tricky. But hopefully I broke that down for y'all, the little backstory. And we gotta understand. As a matter of fact, before we do that, let's go to the chat. Oh shit, my nigga Nitty B's in the motherfucking building. What up, nigga?
What up?
Concrete County. You know that shit. Big Brooklyn. Oh, Roy said you used to watch Christina. Yeah. But, yeah, so look. Let me get us back up here. So this is gonna be the first clip. This shit funny.
Yeah, on God, yup.
Y'all can hear it?
So you think that nigga CC like just in it to like have a beard?
Yeah, on God, yup. The longest beard he could find. To match all that dick he taking.
But I don't understand or whatever and shit how this nigga really sitting here saying how like we had whole Thanksgiving feast on multiple occasions. He's been to my spot in Harlem and in Cali
You
and all this other
to
shit.
see his son
Huh?
when his son was born.
My nigga, nah, you mean like, I mean, I saw him after his son was born because he was out here with another bitch.
That's not how it wouldn't go. He couldn't, you couldn't make it when he was first born, so you sent the Air Force One, and then you came out later to see him.
Yo, listen, man, that Air Force One thing.
Live there all his life, to live right there, ain't even come see him, but you came to see him.
Now, but
give me 2 pair.
Yo, here's the crazy shit.
You want to show they know you got that little nigga Air Force Ones, man.
Hey, listen. Here's the funny shit, though. I never flew out to California to see his son. In fact, his son is now, he's got to be about 15 years old. I still haven't met that nigga face to face. I don't even think, for shit, when we fell out, man, that little nigga was only 3. Look, they didn't even have stories or live on Instagram when you understand what I'm saying? Listen, bro, when that nigga was born, when that little nigga was born, I still had a BlackBerry, nigga.
Damn.
So we couldn't even FaceTime. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to like give the idea, like, yo, I have no interaction with this little nigga whatsoever.
I heard they're trying to bring them back.
Oh shit, yeah. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this or whatever and shit. Haitian Jack done spent more time around that boy than I did. Real life.
Damn.
So, what do you call it? So, yeah, when his son was born, actually, the day his son was born, I had a show at Eve's Ultra Lounge in Staten Island. Shout out my nigga Alex and shit like that. He was promoting that shit. You know what I'm saying? And my nigga Playboy, God bless today, he was there that night or whatever and shit. I remember this whole shit. But bro was talking about he was going to try to pull up to the show. So he never made it. I wasn't tripping on that shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So the next day, I go and I link with him in Queens out by JFK, where he got a little hotel at. So he got a little chick with him, not his wife, you understand what I'm saying? And we start to like riding around or whatever and shit. He want to go to the Statue of Liberty. He never been. So he asked me how to get there. I said, nigga, I don't know. I just know where that shit is at in the walk. He said, you from New York and you never, I said, bro, that's tourist shit. Like, I said, ain't nobody go there. I said, the only New York niggas I know go to the Statue of Liberty work there.
Unless you in first grade or some shit.
Yeah, you went in school trip. So I was like, nigga, I said, yeah, I ain't never been there. Shit. I said, so it's gonna be the first time for me. And that's where that picture is from, you know what I'm saying, with me and him and shit, like right there. Like that's us on the boat and shit, passing Ellis Island and all that bullshit. So that's the whole context or whatever. That's how I was able to actually see him around the time or spend, you know what I mean, be around him after his son was born. Because the day after your wife is still in the hospital with your newborn and your ass flew across the country to knock something down. Like, boy, I tell you like this though, hey, you's a cold one, man. You's a cold player. For real. But,
ice cold, man. Cold.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can put the football in that and then made another
shoes in the air, man.
Birth certificates in the air, man.
Put the football in that hole, man.
But yeah, so like that's the whole shit. That's how I was with him though. Here's the shit.
So that's crazy that he even told that story. But here's the whole crazy shit. Here's the whole crazy shit about Charles saying that shit. That nigga heard me like tell a story, like, you know what I'm saying? I was talking and we were talking about some shit, and I said, yeah, I said most of my friends, because he said something about like, yo, you always got a fresh pair of Air Force Ones on. Even like when he used to give me a birthday shout out on his page, he used to say happy birthday to the realest nigga who ever put on a pair of Air Forces, right? So now he had said something about the Air Force. I'm like, oh yeah. I said these my go-tos and my favorites. I said to the point that usually when most of my partners or whatever, like when they have their kids, I said I bought them their first pair of Air Force Ones. You know, like the little baby joint. So he literally took that story and sat here and told you that I bought a pair of Forces for little Cece. Yo, I'm sorry.
You didn't?
No, nigga.
Dave, stop playing.
No, nigga, I didn't.
I
Like,
swear
listen,
to God,
check this out,
he
Mo.
showed me a
Mo.
picture of a pair of little Force Ones.
Mo.
He said you sent his
Mo,
son.
listen to me.
Say that.
Listen to me.
She said the nigga showed her a picture of some baby Air Force Ones and said, I bought them. Now, here's the crazy shit, bro. This is the part I'm trying to, like, I be trying to paint. Because, like, let this nigga play with these goofy niggas in public that don't know no better. It's like, I'm trying to be, like, all in his mix and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, I'm not really paying you no mind. Especially when I found out that you sold the rights or whatever, your rights and shit like that to the movie allegedly. And that's how you got that yellow vet. But, you know, that's neither here nor there, whatever and shit. I don't be in the nigga pocket. That's how I didn't know your ass was broke until it was, you know, late in the game. Cause I wouldn't give a fuck if you was my nigga and you was a billionaire, my nigga. Like, I'ma still be a friend. Like, I'ma still pick the tab. I'ma still, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Once I realize you on bullshit, you know what I mean? Then you gonna be on bullshit. But yeah, this nigga here, bro. He got pictures and shit. He got receipts for lies. This is wild.
Me, right?
Man, I need
Now
to
this
go
is
back.
how
I
real
got-
this shit.
I think I deleted
Listen,
his messages.
this is how real this shit is, right? Now peep this. Wouldn't it make
Wait,
me
man, I
look?
gotta
Hold
get
on,
my
hold on.
lighter.
But now, Mo, look. I'm just trying to paint the picture for you, right? Watch this shit. It would make me seem like more of a, you know what I'm saying, like a flex. Like if I said, yeah, you know, I bought that nigga kid some shoes. Like I'm not even finna sit here and like support the lie, even when it makes me look good. I didn't buy that nigga no fucking shit. Listen, even the shit that he said, you told me about him saying that I was you know, I was his security or some shit. Like I was the nigga he was checking in with.
When he come to New York.
My nigga.
Yeah, this nigga got me out here. So allegedly, I'm Big U out here when he come.
Check in, nigga.
Nigga say, yeah, man. Just, you know, roll with me, make sure I'm straight. All cap. All cap. Because I'm not a send-off nigga. I don't carry myself like that. I'm not, no, come on, boy. Like, nigga.
But here's the hold up. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, right? Now the funny shit about that to me.
I didn't know who he was when he was in New York.
Who that?
See.
I mean, I'm thinking like he talking after, you know, like we met and he came out here, and that nigga only came out here like 3 times, and I seen him each time.
I remember twice. I think he came. You said you was going to meet him. No, he said that when you come to meet him, because you be needing some money, he just let you do his security instead of using the security he usually uses when he promoting his stuff.
Wait, hold on. What you said?
Nigga, I gotta be high when I talk to you.
Hold up. You said he said what?
To help you out with money because you take care of your grandma. He's saying instead of using the security he usually uses, he use you and give you the money.
Now, bro, here's the wild shit. We're talking about 2010 to 2013, right? For one, my grandma wasn't even sick then. For two, in 2010, for the most part, for the better part of 2010 and half of 2011, till I started recording my mixtape, Everything Under the Sun, I was living my life like I was on the run because I had this situation in Cali, you know, the little whole probation shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I wasn't nowhere around my people. Listen, I was staying in Effort, Pennsylvania. Shout out my nigga Big. You know what I'm saying? And in fact, my nigga Nitty, if he's still in here, whatever, in shit, Concrete County, shit, that nigga can vouch or whatever for a lot of this shit because he was around for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that bro I told you that was with me when the little homie said, yo, he telling?
Yeah.
That's him in the chat. So look, the whole crazy shit, bro, is the nigga, he, so him saying that shit or whatever, it's like, bro, I wasn't even nowhere near my people. Like, they thought I was still in Cali dealing with my legal issues. Had no idea I booked it. You understand what I'm saying at the time? So that whole shit happens with this. I'm like, bro, this shit don't even add up on the timeline or whatever, because I wasn't even fucking with that nigga. Like, the last time I left him, his daughter had just died. We'll get into that. But
I asked you about that. You was acting like you knew what the fuck I was about. I don't know for this shit. I was like, what the fuck I was told? Like, yo, I don't know. But I know if I asked you, you gonna tell me, so I came to you. Like,
So here's the funny shit, right? That sounds more like when I was so when I got out of jail, cause mind you, I'm
no,
like,
when you was out of jail, it was like that. This was when we was talking.
so look, here's the whole shit. So I start fucking with this nigga, and like he start reaching out and we start communicating around 2006. I ain't even take the time to meet this nigga until like the 2006 going into 07, right? Because at the time, me and Michelle just lost the baby. I just put my first mixtape out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still doing my shit in the streets. So I don't have no fucking time for no friends, nigga. Like, I'm not, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a
life is life.
Yeah, and it's like, especially, used to be kingpin, nigga. Like, I'm a kingpin now at that time. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got my own shit going on, bro. You can't fascinate me with no street shit. Cause like, I'm turned up at this time. So I'm really not trying to even meet niggas who got a profile like that.
Especially not no nigga. Look, you actually doing something. Not no nigga that
Yeah, but it's like this. Look, I'm just looking at it like this, bro. I know the game, right? So it's like, if you've already been on that radar as being associated with people at that level or whatever and shit like that, motherfucker got a file on you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be caught up. I got real shit going on. Like, I'm doing it right now. So I don't want to be caught up in nothing you got going on, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about no Colombians because it's 2006, nigga. It's the Mexicans.
And you
and I
got
already
that fucking money no damn way.
Yeah, and it's like this. And it's like, I'm already fucking with, as far as I'm concerned, I'm fucking with as high in the food chain as I could go right now.
Jay, let me ask you this though, because you was closer to it.
This is the whole shit, bro. Mind you, as all this shit's going on with me, I'm in his neck of the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in New York. We ain't in no neutral ground. Like, I'm in your backyard, nigga. There was even a point where the nigga hit me up and asked me who had some of the niggas who had shit popping out there. So I'm like, what the fuck you asking me that? Nigga, ain't you supposed to be out the game? You got away with $20 million and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit bogus as hell. But yeah, you gonna keep going. This nigga, yeah, this nigga trying to sell me on all this bullshit or whatever. Like, I'm like, boy, it's turn right now. Come get something.
Come get a pack, nigga.
What like he said, it's the Mexican. But yeah, that shit. We're gonna get back to this. All the
To him than I was.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, fuck, I was closer to you than him. Real close. Look,
Yeah.
but I was stupid and shit.
Yeah.
I was so fucking high. Look,
that's really why he mad, cause we had that little thing. And when he found out, I bet when he found out that she drove all the way from North Carolina to New York or whatever and shit to do that, it probably, and then also that ain't the first chick that I know for a fact. That's not the only chick that has sat here and shot his play down on the strength of me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Money Jane. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck going on. But yeah, like this shit is real, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, I had the audio. I've been sitting on this shit for a minute, and I was like, you know what? I said, yeah, I'm gonna drop it, cause all this shit or whatever. I'm gonna tell you real quick. All this shit that was going on with like Cliff and all that shit. And you know how niggas being all secretive or whatever, like, they want to pop it, like, you know what I mean, about me or toward me and shit. But like, they don't want to do it where a nigga could clap back. Like, you want to hit a nigga and run, like you say, right?
Yeah, man.
And so I say, you know what, bro? Niggas be saying shit because I'm a nigga that I don't really be on the shit of trying to expose niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? I keep shit close because I was the type of nigga like, bro, I'm not really going to advertise because if it's really serious, it's going to get serious. Like, that shit going to get real. You know what I mean? That shit gonna get for real. So that was my whole, position with that shit. Like, I ain't saying shit or whatever about shit, bro. You got it. Mm-hmm.
what I can't figure out though, Day, I swear, you the numbers person. You gotta help me figure this out. But I keep doing the math that he couldn't have made what he said. Cause there ain't no way you went through that much money. You ain't got no property, no kind of investment.
Man, I mean, yeah, I don't necessarily believe. I mean, but now we know, like, from the interview that Michael did, we know that he didn't even do what his role wasn't even what it was.
I think he was just a mule.
Bro, honestly, this is what I feel like, right?
From one location to the other.
This is what I feel like. And just looking at the whole story or whatever and shit with, Griselda and what was going on at that time, it's like she's in jail. Every cartel boss in Colombia wants her head. She done took out too many people. She done crossed too many lines, right?
Yeah.
The only person who she can really trust is her 13-year-old son. Now, everybody keeps thinking oh, this nigga 13. He 13. Bro, he's not your typical 13-year-old. You know what I'm saying? He's been conditioned and raised. Look, by 5, this motherfucker done already, seen his daddy murdered in front of him. By hitters that his mama sent. You know what I'm saying? So it's this nigga has already been mentally fucked by 10 years old.
As a matter of fact, what was crazy is when the nigga cheated on Griselda with the white bitch Amber, right? Which I believe Amber is the mother of the daughter who I was, the whole shit started, where it really, popped off about.
Mm-hmm.
That's supposed to be like, you understand what I'm saying? So now, yo, this shit is just crazy, bro. It's so much shit. Like I don't even want to just start going off track with it. We're gonna keep playing this shit. It's so much, like it's so many layers to this shit, and this nigga done told so many lies. Like I didn't know a lot of this shit or whatever until, you know what I mean, like the joint, and you're gonna see like we kind of just decided to, you know, record the conversation because it picked up, you know what I mean, because then she telling me all the other shit that she could tell me. There's 3 parts to this shit. We just gonna cover part 1. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all be able to hear the rest of the shit on, you know, on daylight TV. Yeah, it's for real.
So 13? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He is the go-between whoever it is. But at the same time, it's like, she can't send no Colombians with him because who's to say they won't kidnap that nigga and she's in jail, and then now it's like she done already lost three sons. She gonna lose his 4th one too? So now, only thing that she can do is work with somebody outside of that system, because they have no allegiance to anybody but her. And it's like this: it's easier to take a nigga from the ghetto. You get what I'm saying? Like 50 bricks to a regular Colombian that grows up in that culture, whatever, and shit like that, bro. That's 2 days worth of work. That's shit.
1 or 2 days.
You understand what I'm saying? But if you offer 50 keys to a nigga who's only seen 9 ounces at a time,
And see, that's my whole thing. If that whole 50 key shit is real, hey, bro, I'd have been loyal to that bitch for life. Who you want, Snatch?
Word. You know who snatched off the motherfucking street?
Oh,
Had
God,
to do them
like,
niggas like they did Richard Porter. Send motherfucking fingers and shit.
at a Chick-fil-A.
Word. Got the finger off at a Chick-fil-A and shit. Fuck that.
Shit. Oh, man. And you know what's wild is like, you know, you talking this whole 13-year-old shit, right? Like when he was saying like Michael, bro, he was 14 when he put them hitters on his ass for cheating on his mama. I mean, his mama told him to do it, but like he actually was the go-between, like, cause the niggas that did the shit was his little entourage. So yeah, this nigga ain't no regular ass 14-year-old nigga. I wasn't a regular 14-year-old, and my mama wasn't even in no goddamn cartel. So like, come on, man, make it make sense. But yeah, that nigga said he left the game with 20 million. He could reach out and touch, and that was 1997. Right? I meet this nigga in 2006. This nigga start asking me to borrow bread. The first time or whatever, he asked me if I had $200 he could borrow. I'm like, $200? I'm like, nigga.
Thought he was the kingpin, man.
Bro, listen to me. There's no fucking way. Like, if I know, like, I left the game, I ain't doing no more hustling. I ain't got no more bread coming in.
The fucking kingpin going to do with $200, man.
Bro, my shit is this. How the fuck could you have had $20 million in 1997? You ain't go to jail and do no time. And now in 2007, you asking a nigga, can you borrow $200?
What, you trying to buy something to eat? That's the only thing I know kingpin could do with $200, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I ain't even give a shit to this nigga. Like I kind of brushed this shit off. Like I had to, you know what I mean, whatever I was doing. Cause I remember I was outside. You know what I mean? Like when he called me and shit. I think I was on the west side of Merced on M&6. You know what I'm saying? So the nigga, like, And then even after that, like I found out when he fell out with the white boy, Big Russ or whatever, that had the gas and all that shit. Russ was sending money because when him and Russ fell out, he was like, yeah, bro, like, you know, kind of fucked me up. And I know, you know, I was looking out for him, and I know you was probably looking out for him like crazy. I said, what you mean looking out for him? He's, you know, helping him with bread and shit. I'm like, I don't giving that nigga no fucking money. Like I said, that nigga still owe me some money if I wanted to be petty about it. I said, I just ain't give a fuck about it. So I said, yo, bro, I said, I don't know what y'all think or what he be telling y'all niggas. I said, but I ain't that. Like, yeah, like I look out for niggas. Like if it's some real shit going on and shit, like, and I can do it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, nigga, I'm all in. But I said, bro, I wasn't really fucking with that nigga like that. You know what I mean? And we'll find out more about that on the other clip. The way this shit is going to end, it's going to blow everybody's mind. I promise you, we close to the end.
You get what I'm saying?
Like
and then all he gotta do, then all he gotta do is pretend like he in love with you and that he attracted to you. Like that nigga already had to listen, that nigga already had to suck a dick he didn't want to at 5. And I'm not making light of it because I mean it's fucked up. Listen, at the end of the day,
but it's true.
It's fucked.
Oh man.
Hey man, so listen, right? So in the beginning of the shit, when it comes on, I say, you think that nigga CC doing all that shit just to have a beard? Like, you know, fucking with all the girls, being promiscuous nigga and all this shit, right? So she was like, yeah, like the longest beard he could find. He said to match all that dick he take. I just need to say in the beginning, like when they go back, they'll hear it, right? So this nigga, the only reason I know this is because this nigga put that shit on Facebook, bro. When his pop died, and this is where everybody started hitting me up, like, yo, what's up with your man? Not even realizing that I really wasn't fucking with that nigga like that no more. So here's the thing, when his daddy died, and this is the one that he talked about in the documentary that left the family to go be with niggas. That his mama heard him on the phone or whatever talking to another man. You know. So, nigga, that kid shit. So anyway, he put on Facebook something about his brother. It's like a post directed at his brother about all the family drama, and one of the things that stuck out that everybody went crazy about, that he said his brother made him perform fellatio on him when he was just 5 years old. No bullshit, bro. Like, so now I'm like, wow. Cause you know, at this point, bro, I'm not, like I said, I'm just a rapper with my music on social media and shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I just talk shit here and there, right? I'm not really accustomed, like, I'm still new to the internet in the sense that, like, a nigga really putting themselves out there is like normal, right? So I'm looking at this nigga like, you could have kept that to yourself, nigga. Like, that's fucking wild.
That nigga worked all day.
Boy, I'm trying to tell you. That shit, yo, that's fucking crazy. And you know who his mama used to date?
I'd have had to put that nigga flame up.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact. Oh yeah, he was not.
He'd have been cashed on the island. Won't be no surviving today.
Listen to me, bro. Even if at 5 I couldn't do anything, trust and believe. By the time I'm in double digits, my first body. Like, as soon as I'm able, your ass gone.
That nigga would have woke up with a gun in his nostril.
See, and like I said, I'm not even making light of that shit because it's like, nah, nigga, you was fine. Like, you're not Hassan Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't had no fucking like thought. Like, nobody should have ever like played with you like that. So even though I think you was a lame bitch ass nigga, like, I don't think
Yo.
it happened to you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit. God damn.
Yeah, I'm just saying what it is, but you know, savages got heart too.
You ain't get tired, man. You was a victim.
Yeah, nah, I mean, he was definitely like a real victim. Like, his brother's a piece of shit. Like, somebody should like definitely boom that nigga room in real life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we toward the end, cause wait until you hear what she tell me next.
Or whatever and shit that happened to him. Like, because at the end of the day, however I feel about the nigga, you understand what I'm saying now? It's like,
Oh, look, but
yeah.
you know who else molested him, right? You gotta put this in there, Dad. You know who the first girl he had was? She molested him, his babysitter.
Damn. I mean, well, that's common.
You don't know, it's somebody famous. You don't know who that was.
Who?
Keisha Cole mom.
Oh shit, not Frankie.
She was his babysitter. She molested him. I told you I got some good shit for you when you do that. Well, I got shit for days.
So he said. So he told you. So he told you that.
Oh, my son, that nigga like the pillow talk.
Frankie, you got some explaining to do.
And mind you, she's put that shit on her son. Her son passed away. Rest in peace, Hasi Flacco. I actually did a song dedicated to that. So, like, bro, this is real nigga shit, man. Like, this shit, wow. Hold on, we toward the end because you're gonna hear how she found out.
Jay, no lie, I sent him some pussy pics, a titty pic. Of course, I ain't put my face in it. Yo, that nigga told me anything I wanted. He ain't never even looked at the pussy, let alone smelt it.
That's crazy.
And that is the content.
Ooh.
Part one. That's just part one.
Oh man. It's gonna be hard for them to deny that because Keisha Cole is from Oakland.
Well, look, here's the whole shit about it, right? We don't even know, like, we know that this nigga is a liar now. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the whole thing. We don't even know if that shit really happened.
Nah, they gotta clear that up.
I mean,
That happened or not. You gotta clear that up.
Look, when he did the State Cheese interview, right? The nigga Sean Cotton was talking about bringing him back for a part 2 of the interview. Hey, you can ask the nigga all these goddamn way. Hey, we gave you all the questions you need to ask, nigga. We gave you part 2. We gave you the framework.
We want our cut. We want our cut.
I'm saying, yeah, man.
Gonna fuck around, say cheese, smile, gonna be missing a motherfucking tooth, nigga.
The gold one, we gonna pawn that bitch. Oh man, it's the Mafia material, Mobcast, nigga, episode 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Biggest, hottest Mobcast on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I said I had I said when we came back, you know what I'm saying, we were gonna run this shit a little different. Like, all right, cool. Y'all want the third party? Shit, I was just doing the little reaction shit because I was trying to keep it clean. Because if we get into like what we know, well, if we start giving them niggas just like what we know, And the shit that we attach to, oh yeah, like you want
It's
to talk
gonna get
about
dirty.
gonna get dirty, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a lot more I can say, but I'm gonna wait, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna think what I'll probably do with the rest of the clips is I'm gonna drop them and then just see, you know, what the reaction is, because I know this motherfucker finna spread. This motherfucker finna spread. It's some shit going on. You know what I mean? Shit, well, you got any final thoughts about this shit?
Shit, I ain't got nothing to say. I want to hear this shit. When Keisha Cole mama get a hold of this, somebody
Well,
gonna have
Keisha
something
Cole
to say.
mama dead. Keisha Cole mama dead
Goddamn,
now.
she died.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna ask.
God damn.
When did Keisha Cole's mother die?
That's some shit. I didn't know that.
July 18, 2021.
No shit. COVID got her. God damn.
Yeah,
Keisha Cole gonna have to
we-
stand in the paint on this.
I know whatever. Hey, listen, I would definitely love to know what she think about somebody putting that on her mama, especially since her mama ain't here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dog, that's our show for today. I told y'all I had a smoker. I said it. You know what I mean? Hit that like and subscribe button, smash that notification bell. If you're really mobbing with the content, definitely share this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And as always, man, stay dangerous so you can be safe. Especially if it's a Charles Cosby in your life and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Daylight, my bro host World Pest. We out of here.